Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 44, chapter 44. Today we're reading Joseph's Cup. And he commanded the steward of his house, saying, Fill the man's sacks with food, as much as they can carry, and put each man's money in the mouth of his sack. Also put my cup, the silver cup, in the mouth of the sack of the youngest, and give and his grain money. So he did according to the word that Joseph had spoken. As soon as the morning dawned, the men were sent away, and they and their donkeys. When they had gone to the city and were not yet far off, Joseph said to the steward, Get up, follow the men, and when you overtake them, say to them, Why have you repaid evil for good? Is not this for one from which my Lord drinks, and with which he indeed practices divination? You have done evil so doing. So he overtook them, and he spoke to them these same words. And they said to him, Why does my Lord say these words? For be it from us that your servants should do such a thing. Look, we brought back to you from the land of Canaan the money which we found in the mouths of our sack. How then could we steal silver or gold from your Lord's house? With whomever of your servants it is found, let him die, and we also will be my Lord's slaves. And he said, Now also let it be according to your words. He with whom it is found shall be my slave, and you shall be blameless. Then each man speedily let down his sack to the ground, and each opened his sack. So he searched. He began with the oldest, left off with the youngest. And the cup was found in Benjamin's sack. Then they tore their clothes, and each man loaded his donkey and returned to the city. So Judah and his brothers came to Joseph's house, and he was still there, and they fell before him on the ground. And Joseph said to them, What deed is this you have done? Did you not know that such a man as I can certainly practice divination? Then Judah said, What shall we say to my lord? What shall we speak? Or how shall we clear ourselves? God has found out the iniquity of your servants. Here we are, my lord's slaves, both we and he, also with whom the cup was found. But he said, Far be it from me that I should do so. The man in whose hand the cup was found, he shall be my slave. And as for you, go up in peace to your father. Judah intercedes for Benjamin. Then Judah came near to him and said, O my lord, please let your servant speak a word in my lord's hearing, and do not let your anger burst against your servant, for you are even like Pharaoh. My lord asked his servants, saying, Have you a father or a brother? And we said to my lord, We have a father, an old man, and a child of his own old age, who is young. His brother is dead, and he alone is left of his mother's children, and his father loves him. Then you said to your servants, Bring him down to me, that I may set my eyes on him. And we said to my lord, The lad cannot leave his father, for if we should leave his father would die. There. For if he should leave his father would die. But you said to your servants, Unless your youngest brother comes down with you, you shall see my face no more. So it was, when we went up to your servant, my father, that we told him the lords of my lord. And our father said, Go back and buy us a little food. But we said, We cannot go down. If our youngest brother is with us, then we will go down. For we may not see the man's face unless our youngest brother is with us. Then your servant, my father, said to us, You know that my wife bore me 2 sons, and the one went out from me. And I said, Surely he has torn to pieces, and I have not seen him since. But if you take this one also from me, and calamity befalls him, you shall bring down my gray hair with sorrow to the grave. Now, therefore, when I come to your servant my father, and the lad is not with us, since his life is bound up in the lad's life, it will happen, when he sees that the lad is not with us, that he will die. So your servants will bring down the gray hair of your servants our father with sorrow of the grave. For your servant, because surely for the lad to my father, saying, If I do not bring him back to you, then I shall bear the blame before my father forever. Now, therefore, please let your servant remain instead of the lad, as a slave to my lord, and let the lad go up with his brothers. For how should I go up to my father if the lad is not with me? Lest, perhaps, I see the evil that would come upon my father. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed Genesis 44 with me. Here's a quick summary and lesson from Genesis 44. Genesis 44 is Joseph's final test of his brothers. Before sending them home, Joseph orders his stewardess to fill their sacks with grain, return each man's money again, and secretly place his own silver cup in Benjamin's sack. Shortly after they leave the city, Joseph sends his steward to overtake them and accuse them of stealing the cup. The brothers, confident of their innocence, declare that whoever is found with it should die and the rest become slaves. But when the sacks are searched, the cup is found in Benjamin's sack, and the brothers are devastated. They tear their clothes and return to the city together, refusing to abandon him. Before Joseph, Judah steps forward and delivers an extended, deeply emotional plea. He recounts their father's fragile state, how losing Benjamin, after already losing Joseph, whom Jacob believes is dead, would kill Jacob with grief, and how Judah personally pledged his own life as security for the boy's safe return. Judah offers himself as a slave in Benjamin's place, begging Joseph not to send the boy back without his brothers, because he cannot bear to watch his father suffer that loss. The lesson. This chapter is the emotional climax of the entire Joseph narrative. Judah's speech shows genuine sacrificial transformation from the man who once proposed selling Joseph into slavery for profit. He's now willing to become a slave himself to spare his father further pain and protect his youngest brother. It's this display of real change, humility, and selfless love that finally convinces Joseph his brothers are not the same men who betrayed him decades earlier, setting up the emotional reveal that comes in the next chapter. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow.